Have you ever gone through a strategic planning exercise and thought, well, this is about the dumbest thing and the biggest waste of time I can ever imagine? Well, if so, this episode is for you as we tackle the question, why do strategic plans fail? I'm Randy Pennington. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me to talk about business at the intersection of today and tomorrow. You know, strategic planning is one of those activities that really draws mixed reviews. Lots of organizations do them, and unfortunately, some groups do so simply because they think they're supposed to have a strategic plan. Now, just know that if you are looking for an investor or a loan, you will probably be asked for your strategic plan. Then there are groups who point to the pace of change and disruption and say that strategic planning, especially a 1, 2, or even a 3-year plan, is absolutely useless today. Well, I've worked with lots of organizations to develop their strategic plans over the years, so obviously I'm a little biased. I really like what General Dwight Eisenhower said. Plans are useless, but planning is everything. You see, even back in World War II, when change didn't happen anywhere close to the pace it does today, General Eisenhower knew that battlefield conditions could change very quickly. And the problem isn't that strategic plans are inherently bad, it's that we continue to do things to make them more likely to fail. Here are 6 reasons why your strategic plans could fail, and then a few ideas on how to overcome them. 1, you're creating a to-do list of tactics rather than establishing a strategy. This is a common and easy trap. Here's the difference. To-do lists are tactical assignments, and you will get to them at some point in your planning process, but just not right out of the gate. Your strategy, on the other hand, is the method or plan you intend to use to bring about a desired long-term result. So increasing customer engagement and referrals is a possible long-term strategy for increasing revenue. Calling every past customer 2 times per quarter to check in, well, that's a tactic. At the highest level, strategy looks at how you win in the marketplace. Michael Porter, for instance, developed 3 generic strategies for competing way back in the 1980s: cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. There are a number of different models out there, including the Delta model and the balanced scorecard. Every consultant has their favorite, and we'll talk about them in more detail in the next episode. Just remember that strategic thinking is about longer-term, bigger picture questions and problems. Tactics without a strategy create confusion. 2, you focus more on staying true to the model than using it as a process to guide and frame the discussion. This is an extension of the last reason for failure. There are some organizations and consultants that become so locked in on following their chosen process that they miss the importance of thinking and planning strategically. I once saw a board of directors of a national industry association go into a total meltdown because of a disagreement over the strategic framework. Likewise, a small business owner found it really helpful not to use any model, but to simply talk about how they defined a win for his company and how he wanted to get there. In the end, the discussion is more important than the form or the model that you use. 3, you don't tell yourselves the truth about the environment and your performance. Jack Welch had a saying when he was CEO of GE. He said that a lot of corporate planning meetings are nothing more than a group of people getting into a room and selling hats to each other. In other words, everyone tells each other exactly what they want to hear or want to believe rather than the truth. And if you viewed the episode on characteristics of a great culture, you know that valuing candor and honesty is an essential element. Now, from a planning perspective, candor and honesty means being completely honest about your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. My experience is that the majority of the things listed as strength are basically subjective analysis, not fact. Your competitors probably have the same words on their list as you do. And if you say that you have no weaknesses, opportunities, or threats, well, then you're lying to yourself or you're just being lazy. Either way, bad information leads to bad plans. 4, you never look at your plan again once it's developed. I'll never forget the day I asked a client to see a copy of their strategic plan, and they actually pointed to a 3-inch binder they were using as a doorstop in their office. It's a common joke in many organizations that plans are developed, placed on a shelf, and then never used again. Many of my clients these days are reviewing and updating their strategies at least quarterly. It's an evergreen document that tracks performance, evaluates progress, and updates the current realities based on the latest data. And if you aren't looking at your plan at least several times per year, you're relying on luck and good memory to achieve results. 5, you never use the plan to guide priorities, performance indicators, and budgets. On a personal level, your calendar and your credit card statement show your true priorities. You can set a goal that says you want to be healthier, but if your calendar never includes workouts and the top 3 entries on your credit card statements are pizza, ice cream, and fast food, I know what results you're going to achieve. It's the same for your organization. You can set a strategy that says you'll compete on product quality or customer relationships or whatever you choose. But if your budget doesn't reflect that, your plan simply won't work. You should be able to see your strategy in every budget line, key performance indicator, and departmental goal. 6, the plan is only based on what's important from the top and doesn't consider what's possible in the trenches. I've been in lots of planning sessions over the years where the group making the plans didn't think that their job was over until there wasn't a single blank space left on the wall to hang another piece of flip chart paper. That's why every planning session I conduct these days ends in a discussion about the organization's capacity to take on more. And it's not that the new strategies and goals aren't important. It's just that sometimes people will need to have some things taken off their plate to have the capacity to add the important stuff you want to do going forward. Not considering what's possible means that your plan will get less attention than it needs to succeed. The next episode will share our quick and dirty framework for creating a strategic plan, plus give you even more tips on creating a plan that helps you deliver results. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring that little bell to never miss new content as it's posted. Thanks for watching. We're here to give you strategies and tools you need to succeed both today and tomorrow. And as always, share this with your friends, give us a like, or leave your comment with ideas and questions. And remember, the heroes in every marketplace are known by their results. We'll see you next time.